Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a little strengthening for dealing with people who are judgmental in their beliefs of how spirituality should look and how it should be practiced and what, according to them, is supposed to be appropriate or not. And for so many of us who are in the ascension process, we have freed ourselves of that rigidity already to varying degrees. And when confronted with that kind of labeling and judgment, sometimes it shows us what we still haven't fully healed. And it also shows us that there are situations that are going to come up again and again and again as we're on the ascension path, because a majority of people on this planet have certain ideas of how spirituality should look and how it should be practiced. So we need to learn to be fully centered and grounded within ourselves, and we need to learn the best possible ways to respond to people like that. I had a long conversation with someone like that today, and even though the conversation went well and, I felt we respected each other, but there was a bit of irritation within me about the rigidity that I had previously walked away from. There were quite a few spiritual communities that had expressed similar things, and I just pulled back and did my own thing. And I know that many of you are struggling, or dealing with, I should say, similar issues. So I feel it's very important that we connect stronger and stronger with our higher selves, with Mother Earth, with the divine, to help us and teach us the best possible way to deal with those people, right? I mean, in my case, we basically had a long conversation about what we believed, and I also shared some of my experiences with her, and it opened her mind enough to realize that I wasn't what she had first thought. So, like, she was coming from a place of judging superficial spirituality that is also extensively seen in the world that is happening, where it's happening right now, that people see it as the new trendy thing, right? So yeah, basically that's it. So we're gonna just get some astral assistance, some spiritual assistance in learning to deal with those kind of people and situations in the best possible way. All right, so I'm gonna do the smudging and call in our divine team in a moment, but I did want to quickly mention that I did start a Facebook page also with the name Alamanic Shaman. So if anybody would like to head over and sign up, hopefully by the end of the summer, like, I would like to have a few more people sign up there. I would like to have a monthly virtual support circle where we help each other find a positive perspective on situations where we might feel stuck. So I hope that interests some of you. I would really love to see a whole bunch of you, connect. And also in the meantime, while basically waiting, you can connect with each other more directly than you could in the comments below these videos, right? So it's a chance for you to also connect with like-minded people. So I hope that appeals to you. And also, of course, please, if you're watching this until the end, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps. And to also put a comment down below if you feel this video helped you, or also any of the other ones, right? And for anyone who would like to support the channel further, there is a PayPal link down below. I don't have enough subscribers yet for a donation button, so that's my temporary solution in the meantime. And I do want to thank all of you for being here and for supporting me and my work and this channel. So thank you so, so much. And let's get started now, okay? So let's smudge and then call in our divine team. Okay. It's funny how there are so many small pieces left, but I don't want to waste them because that's a lot of sage. I suppose I could make tea out of it too, but yeah, it's white sage, which is really perfect for smudging, right? So trying to make the most of it. Thank you. And that also reminds me, or like the thought just popped into my head in a clear, cognizant way of how having lived in, or many of us have lived in somewhat wasteful societies and cultures, to relearn using everything. Like, for example, our ancestors, when they used anything from nature, every part was used, right? So, and I'm sorry, my example is going to be from when they hunted. My apologies to anyone who doesn't eat meat. But back in the day, every part was used. So the sinew was used, the bones were used, everything was used, right? If I remember correctly, they could make glue out of parts of the bone. I don't know if it was the bone marrow or if they ground up the bones. I'm not exactly sure about all the details, but yeah, every part was used, right? So then later on, many parts were discarded, and that created such a waste. And even like in different aspects, like back in the day, let's say furniture was built to last many generations, and now so many people discard something after 5 or 10 years and get something new and so on, right? So that's an important part of, you know, returning to different values, like valuing everything, valuing material things in a way that is not wasteful but respects it, right? Okay, anyhow, sorry, I did actually just smudge without saying it, so let me repeat the smudging a little bit. Okay, so there's a little bit more. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the universe for reintegration, and help us fully and completely reconnect to our own inner divinity and that all around us. And through that, help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. And my apologies, the fridge is making noise again. It's been happening a lot lately, and I feel that's also a manifestation of those irritated energies that have been around many of us to try to hinder us on our ascension journey, and to kind of create additional challenges. However, when we can overcome them, we will be even stronger, right? But in the meantime, let me simply turn it off and back on, and then it'll be quiet for a while. Okay, and let's call in our divine team. Oh, and the light went out again on my tripod. Wow, okay, so again, trying to keep us in the dark as well, in darkness. So we have a bunch of opposing energies still happening. However, if we stay undeterred, we are gonna get to that ascended place. And in the meantime, let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy the journey. Okay, let's get started. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, powers of all four directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all four elements, air, earth, fire, and water, and all other benevolent powers, forces, spirits, and beings of the universe that are of the light. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. And what just came through, as I called in our divine team, was that part of the learning of how to deal with those people in the best possible way is to simply radiate love without feeling the need to justify ourselves or to prove ourselves, right? So basically being in the Jesus energy or Yeshua Sananda or the Buddha energy and any of those ascended masters, right? So the more we heal and the more we ascend, the easier it'll be. And we will simply be the manifestation of those energies. And we don't need to explain ourselves. If people want to judge us, that's their problem, not ours. That shows us where they're at on their journey. It has nothing to do with us. Thank you again for this message. Thank you. Okay, so let us give a moment or take a moment to give our thanks and express our gratitude. I had a really good and productive day getting a few errands done and dealing with a few things that I had been procrastinating on. And today I got 2 of those things done that I had been pushing away and not dealing with for a while. So it feels really good that I could check off 2 things basically. And both of them worked out perfectly, got resolved in the best possible way, very pleasant, very peaceful, everything just worked out harmoniously. So I want to give thanks also for showing me how far I've already come on creating a better reality for myself personally now, and also just as confirmation of how far along I've come already, right? So many of us may have been sort of in a good, healthy place at some point when we were younger, and then as the years went on, we took on more of those projections from other people, and depending on the situations that we lived in, for example, at work, we may have tried to, keep the peace and taken on people-pleasing tendencies that maybe in a different setting or scenario we might not have had. But for the sake of keeping a job, we may have stayed quiet when we should have spoken up or anything like that. So I feel that many of us can see a difference already in standing up more for ourselves and speaking up when something is wrong. Maybe not always in the perfect way yet, because that's part of the learning, right? The first and most important step is to do it, and then to refine how we do it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping us on this journey and helping us so strongly, helping us take back our power by standing strong, by standing our ground and not faltering, and not simply allowing other people to project onto us their false images or thoughts or ideas or whatever the situation is. Thank you. With that being said, help us be strong, centered, and grounded within ourselves, reconnected to our higher selves, Mother Earth, and divinity everywhere, to help us radiate that complete inner peace, love, and harmony, and knowing and understanding on a deep, deep soul level and heart level that we do not have to explain ourselves. We do not have to explain to someone where we stand or where we're coming from, unless we want to, but we don't have to. If someone chooses to have a false opinion, that is their choice, that is their learning journey, and we have the task to keep our own vibrations high, undeterred by the challenges that come our way through people that question us. Thank you, spirits. So let's shake all those insecure, people-pleasing tendencies out of us. Let's shake off any false projections that landed on us and in our energy field. Let us take a deep breath in, breathing in our own power and strength. And breathe out any remaining insecurities that have allowed those forms of criticism or doubt to creep in. We reject those naysaying thoughts, ideas, words, and projections. But we bless the entire experience and those people with love, knowing that they're exactly where they need to be on their journey, and they're helping strengthen us by bringing challenges to us that are additional practice for us until we fully integrated that lesson. Okay, we need the harmonizing pyramid. Give me a moment, please. Whoops, it's disconnected. Oops. Okay, here we go. Let all energies of discord and disharmony be neutralized and reharmonized. Let us be recentered, regrounded, and reconnected to all of divinity. And feel the deep love and compassion towards all beings, including those that bring doubt to us, that question us, that have limiting beliefs. Help us soar above all of that. Whew. Okay, thank you, Great Spirit of the Dragon, for that analogy and extra energetic support. Ooh. Oh, that was a good energy shiver. Ooh. The dragon wings are fanning us. Ooh. And blessings like the holy water in the Catholic Church, but these blessings come directly from Mother Nature. The blessings are sprinkled onto us. Ooh. And with a message that we should sit under a tree near water. Could be a river or a lake or the ocean. Any natural body of water that you can have access to. And if there's absolutely no water next to you, then you could fill up your bathtub or any container where you could possibly stick your feet in or sit next to and maybe put your hands in and connect to those energies to help float away any of these energies of disharmony. Let them just float away and let us be in harmony with Mother Nature. All right. That's it. That's it. All right. Okay, if anyone would like to stay in these energies a bit longer, please pause the video. For the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished, and let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And let the ceremony now be finished. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly and massively protected by a 12D shield of golden light with the divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. All our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of this ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Be well until next time. Bye.